Hey everyone, this is Corey with Stafford's EDC, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Real Steel Stella Lux. This is a slip joint from Real Steel. This is retailing at $49 for this G10 and blackwashed version. There are multiple versions of this available on the Real Steel website, which is where I got pricing and saw the other models. This is, I should have looked. I don't know if this is K110 steel or if K110 is the model number. I can actually pull up their little spec sheet here. So give me 2 seconds. You know, they send you one of these little cards. Yeah, K110 is the blade steel. This only weighs 1.76 ounces. Poltergeist Works is the designer on this one. And this is like a pretty classic, not classic, but this is an existing pattern for a slip joint knife. This is known as a city knife, where you have this kind of tail at the end where it narrows down. I was showing this trapper off in another video as I throw the Real Steel. This is a trapper from Daniel Keown. He's done some city knives recently that he's been calling city fighters that look really good. And there's been several custom makers who make city knives. Thias Meads. There's been some from a South African maker, another one who's not Meads that I can't think of the name of. But multiple people have made this pattern, and now Real Steel has one. One of the things about Real Steel's slip joints, though, is that instead of a half stop, they have this quarter stop, 3/4 stop, depending on what you want to call it. It's 3/4 of the way open, but 1/4 of the way closed. And I think this is an attempt to mimic the French notch mechanism, which isn't fully, it's not really what's going on here. And I will take some time maybe in the future to illustrate the French notch. I don't actually own a knife that has a French notch, but it's like, imagine a lock back, but it doesn't have a lock bar. Like, it has the groove for the end of the lock bar to fit into, but it's rounded so you can break that tension to close it. And when you break that tension on a French notch, it kind of shoots down to here. You know, you're pushing, it's taking effort, and then it breaks. And that's where you're at with a French notch. And then you push it shut the rest of the way. This has just a stop right there on the tang, cut like this. So that's why that stops. It's not that you have this big, larger area that there's a groove sitting into necessarily. Now, they might be using some kind of mechanism like that. You can see the shape there, that little grooved out area. And that's not visible at all when it's open. So it's probably doing a little bit of that in there. Because you can see this is also kind of cupped out as well. There's like some grease in there, sorry. But it's hard to tell probably in the video. But there is a little bit of like a concavity to that that dips down. So there could be a little bit of the French notch thing going on, but that would not have this 3/4 stop typically. It would just be the open like that and then the break. And it would be smooth all the way. Once that broke, it wouldn't stop. You'd have effort, and then you'd go. But nevertheless, that's not what this video is about. This video is about the Stella Lux here, which, again, the city knife design is quite nice. Feels really good in hand. These do have the pocket clips here. They have the G10 clips, which work just fine. No issues with those. I think it would be more comfortable without the clip personally, but that's how I am with slip joints. It's not uncomfortable by any means. It's certainly not a super stout or hard clip, since it is just G10. The edges are rounded pretty nicely, so it's fairly comfortable in hand. You get mostly, a slight belly on this whole thing, but with a very utilitarian style of a blade shape. Overall, just a really nice piece, and I like that this was a way for me to try out the city knife design, see if I like it or not. I very well may get in touch with Daniel to get a city fighter made, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Funds just really aren't there at the moment. We moved recently. My fiance and I moved out of my parents' house, and we were in a home of our own, and we are renting, not homeowners, unfortunately, but, high cost of living area, not gonna find a home less than 6 months out of college. So regardless, we do have our own place now, so I have my office that I'm filming this in, opposed to just the desk in the corner of the bedroom. So hopefully I can film more often for you guys, though I have had these knives for like a month and a half, and have yet to get them filmed until now. But this cuts really well. It's got a great grind to it. Real Steel does a good job with their flat grinds, and their blade stock's never super thick. So this is a great everyday carry type of slip joint. The 3/4 stop kind of bugs me, but something that you can kind of get over. It just takes a little bit of the fidget away from a slip joint because I enjoy going to the half stop and then going to the close. And that extra travel length from that point to the close, it just bugs me. I wish it was different, but this is a great way to try out this design. Should you be looking for a custom design of a city knife in the future. That's where I'm going to leave this one off. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed hearing my thoughts on the Stella Lux, and have a great rest of your day. Take care.